We should be up and running. What's going on, guys? We are going to... Did I say that? That sounded really... What's going on, guys? What's going on, my raspy voice? I got to start taking more vocal breaks. Starting to cause a strain. What's going on, guys? Man, we about to check out this Ryan Upchurch video. He's giving an opinion on the P. Diddy situation. And you guys been sending it to me, not only because I'm a fan of Ryan Upchurch, but because I've been covering it as well. So make sure you guys check out those videos. As well as go and check out the original video from Ryan Upchurch. You know, he's like super dope, and I want to make sure you guys go and support him. All right. Let's hear what he has to say about P. Diddy. Let's see.
And apparently, when that happened, P. Diddy's plane left from California.
I can see that now.
All right, so let's talk about this P. Diddy shit real quick. So according to the internet, apparently yesterday, two of his houses got raided for ongoing sex trafficking investigation. One house in Los Angeles, California, and the other one in Miami, Florida. And apparently, when that happened, P. Diddy's plane left from California, then stopped at a chain of islands in the Caribbean, an island called Antigua, for gas or something.
He said for gas.
And it was headed towards a place called Cape Verde.
I don't know what none of this stuff is. It's like private islands and whatnot. Or no, you know what? If I'm not mistaken, I think he went somewhere where he couldn't get taken from the U.S., right? No extradition, if I'm not mistaken, is the correct term. Yeah, that's wild. It's wild as hell.
But here's the thing, there's something wrong with that. It's the same source is saying that he was seen at this airport called Opelika on the outskirts of Miami.
Opelika.
If he was seen at that airport, then he couldn't have been on his airplane that left California. And here's why. Because if his plane left from Los Angeles, California, then went to the Caribbean to head to a place called Cape Verde, he wouldn't have stopped in Miami. Second off, why would he do that? If his house in California is getting raided and he left from there on an airplane, why would you stop at the other house that's getting raided for the police to intercept you when your plane lands?
He could just be a fool. Plus, I don't know if he stopped. The footage that I seen looked like he was just waiting for people from the establishment or from, I guess, his house.
Not only that, check this out. So two of his houses got raided, right? Okay. Why is there only footage of one of his houses getting raided? Not only that, but in the footage they do have of one house getting raided, how is the news helicopter or whatever, how is that in the air, ready to go and already filming exactly when the raid's going on, when they're pulling people out of the house? Either that was the most non-secretive...
I'm gonna be honest, it could have been something like the neighbors saw it and called TMZ and TMZ pulled up, or TMZ let other people know. TMZ be pretty early to a lot of things. Like, I remember when the Kobe Bryant incident happened and he passed away, TMZ was there. I'm talking about like instant. Like, it's like that movie Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal. Check that out.
Raid ever. The high up law enforcement just chit chats with the news stations. It's like, hey, guess what? Or the news station is just a fucking psychic or something. It's little details that matter to me. So here's another little detail. So every news thing that I've seen talking about this is saying that he's headed towards a place called Cape Verde. Cape Verde. There is no Cape Verde on Google Earth. There's a Cabo Verde. You can type in Cape Verde, but that ain't what it's called on Google Earth. I mean, what are you gonna say? Some people say it different. I mean, you can't spell.
Nah, I never heard of either one, but that is suspect. It is pretty sus.
Tennessee any other way, except for the way it's already spelled. Here's what I don't understand. If you get off Google Earth and go to Google Maps, both made by Google, Google Maps has a Cape Verde, has it spelled that way, but Google Earth does not. I don't understand the point of that. Another thing.
I do think that's pretty odd too as well.
Is it P. Diddy's house? Technically, we need to know, because some sources are saying it's P. Diddy's house. Other sources are saying it's not his house, it's not in his name, it's in his daughter's name, and it's in an LLC called Bad Boy Films. So is it or is it not? Another thing.
It could be his house, and it could be so he could avoid like taxes, or just the government garnishing his wages.
What's up with the jets?
Or his property.
Everybody's like, oh yeah, look, P. Diddy's jet. Why is some people posting white ones and some people posting black ones? What color is the jet? I'm not really questioning any of these things. I'm trying to get the viewer who's watching this video right now to notice this pattern. What is up with this pattern? Left, right, red, blue, 1, 2. They raided both houses, but we only got some of this house. It's a black jet. It's a white jet. He stopped it at this airport. He didn't stop at the airport. He's on the plane. He's not on the plane. What is up with this pattern that seems like it's like shittily designed to confuse people who...
Yeah, it does seem suspect. I credit it to being more so like just us not knowing nothing, right? The footage we've seen could be delayed, or like we don't know, man. We don't know. I think we're going to find out for sure, but we don't know.
Watch the internet. Because that's the thing. If you had solid information that was the true timeline, that people knew what they were talking about, you wouldn't have that many theories about what could have possibly happened. If you have one majorly fucked up, stupid sounding story about somebody, and they actually did something, then there's going to be thousands of theories and thousands of people arguing about what theory of theirs is better. While whatever the person actually did, no one cares, because you're too busy arguing about who's right about the fucking theory. Then if the person actually did something bad that you're theorizing did something, and you're arguing and all these theories are multiplying and everybody's fucking misconstruing the information, then they get away. They get away. Because you spend too much time.
It is true. Also, love that hat. Love that hat. That hat is fire, my G. That is dope as hell.
Bullshitting. Like all these true crime channels being like, all we need to do is speculate. Now, how about you just fucking read the facts and just speculate about those facts? And don't speculate about an imaginary thing that coulda, shoulda, and woulda happened. Like, dude, seriously, like 60%.
Big facts. Oh, I know true crime channels are going to be mad. Yeah, it's been facts.
Of the true crime channels, do you know what you're actually doing? You are speculating someone's speculation. Do you think you're going to figure out something doing that? And if you're not doing that, you're staying neutral on purpose and not saying or putting any input in and just going with the majority. And I hate to break it to you, but the real investigators don't have investigating YouTube channels. I'm just saying. But getting back to some real shit, that pattern I was talking about earlier, that pattern, I've noticed that pattern about 3 years ago. And the first time I ever seen it was in the true crime community on YouTube. And I was like, what is up with this? They're trying to figure shit out.
It's disgusting. Check out some of the documentaries I've done on my main channel, BX Beast Boy. But yeah, true crime community is pretty nasty on YouTube. Foul, filled with lies.
Why are they trying to confuse motherfuckers at the same time? Then, when you're doing the same exact thing as they are, except for you're not doing the whole 1, 2, red, blue, is he over here, is he over here? If you're not doing that, they drop whatever they're doing, and they fucking attack the shit out of you, and they say that they're right, even though they're not right or wrong. They're actually giving you multiple things that could be right or wrong. But it seems like they're doing it on purpose, because these fucking individual channels have just popped up in the past 3 years. Like a lot of them. And it's like their job is to fuck the information up.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I do believe when it comes to true crime, you should just be observing and reporting, bro. Like, observe and report. I don't even mind true crime reactions. But don't make up nothing. Right? That's just nasty.
gets out to us. When you're trying to figure out something, it's good to get clues. But when you got 10 million clues, and they're just like, the clues keep stacking up, you're never going to get to the end of it. And that's what I think their goal is. Because now, everyone's able to communicate on the internet. And if the whole world is trying to solve one particular thing, then it would get solved really fast. Unless they just kept adding a bunch of bullshit fucking clues. And I know, church, they've been doing that forever. I know, but I'm specifically talking about the true crime community on YouTube. There's something up with it. Once again, going back to this pattern.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. I do have to say so. I ain't gonna name no names, but man, there's some that still to this day are trying to destroy Upchurch. Still to this day, I get screenshots of them popping up in chats. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Now, what is up with this? When you look at the P. Diddy stuff going on, and you look back at the Kylie Rodney stuff and everything that me and my friends found, well, with this P. Diddy sex trafficking stuff that everybody's talking about, it involves 3 states. New York, Miami, Florida, Los Angeles, California. Those are the same exact 3 states that we uncovered a bunch of fucking weird LLCs and fucking addresses that were blurred out on Google. And all this shit was linked to these individual YouTubers that were attacking the fuck out of me because I was trying to do something that everyone else was trying to do, which was...
Snap. So it's almost as if like the system is designed to try to destroy and cancel and go at anyone who's bringing attention to the nastiness. That's crazy. Whoa.
Solve a YouTube mystery. Well, I think we solved it a little bit too good because how are they doing the same exact 1-2 pattern and the same exact 3 states are popping up in the same exact genre or category of serious crime? And what was the main thing we were focused on during the Kylie Rodney shit? A sex trafficking operation. And the closer I got, and the more that I'd done, and the more that I figured out, the more these people...
I have to think about that for a second. Nah, that's wow. Whoa.
We're getting irate, these certain YouTubers, to the point where one got so scared that he went to the fucking Caribbean islands. He left Florida, Miami, Florida, which is where he lives. He left there, went to the fucking Caribbean islands. The other YouTuber was a self-proclaimed fucking military drill sergeant lady. Oh yeah, and she apparently worked for NASA.
Military
but I made her cry on YouTube because I figured out something.
I don't know which people he's talking about. It's been a while. I probably do know, but can't recall their names.
Does that sound like a drill sergeant to you? So you mean to tell me your ass will get in a fucking rocket and go to space, and you'll dodge bullets, and train people to be warriors, but your ass don't like criticism on YouTube? Yeah, okay. Now, look at what Grady Judd, the sheriff in Florida, just uncovered about a sex trafficking ring. He said these motherfuckers are calling themselves Air Force members when they're not Air Force members. They're calling themselves cops when they're not cops. He revealed they were using weird terminology that had to do with sports. Like one guy who was an amateur golfer wanted to meet up with a golfing pro for sex, bro. What? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. There is a system going on, and the more that people will stop trying to get views,
it's nasty as hell. Nasty, and I agree with him. Yeah, I do believe there is some disgusting system going on. Me and my older brother was talking about that, and we was wondering, like, yo, you think Diddy gonna expose some names? You think Diddy's gonna come out and tell people? I like to see it.
And actually look at what's going on and assess what's going on and look at it for yourself and don't worry about talking to a camera, you're going to start figuring out a lot of shit that's going to matter, and the situation will start to be solved. Because right now, if you ask me personally, here's what I think is going on. And like I said, I have shit to back this up. I think they're talking to each other through Google Earth, using green screens, and the ability to hack and edit stuff on these green screens they post on Google Earth.
That would be insane. That would be insane. But I ain't gonna rule it out. And I do want to be clear, this is just an opinion, right? This video is for educational purposes, as well as just me just not only giving an opinion, but listening to an opinion and not saying anything is concrete fact in this moment. You hear me, YouTube? Just letting you know that.
Before Google goes and takes its pictures to update the map on Google Earth, they probably got people that go and post up these cheap-ass green screens on places like billboards or walls or something. And then that Google Earth car can stop and do it while they're on the route. Then the hacker can come in and hack the actual billboard without paying for it in real life and just use it through the internet, which is where everybody does all their dealings anyway with that shit.
Yo, that would be so crazy. Whoa. That would be insane.
All these dark web shit, it's all risen to the surface web, so it's harder to find. And it would be harder to notice if it's a new form of how these motherfuckers talk. And I know what you're thinking, well, why would they do that? Because that is them communicating without incriminating their self. They're advertising.
So they're able to get the nasty off back and forth.
Digitally through the internet. They ain't got to spend no gas. They ain't got to even get up off their ass. Nor do they even have to speak actual words that will incriminate them. Therefore, they're technically not incriminating themselves if they're not saying anything. Because what do they do usually when they got you all hemmed up? They say, is this your conversation? Is this what you said? How you going to do that with a green screen? Are you going to hold a picture of a green screen and go, is this what you said? Yeah, it's not going to work like that. You want to stop sex trafficking?
Which is crazy. I know I keep saying that, but yo, this is a wild situation. I would say overall involving Diddy, among other things. That's why they didn't want the Sound of Freedom movie to be released. It's a lot of nasty stuff going on, especially after I just watched that Nickelodeon special.
Okay, well, you gotta stop the communication. How do you stop the communication if you don't know how they're communicating? If I say something like this and everybody's like, oh, I thought you're fucking crazy. Well, we gonna wait 20 years to find out they were talking to each other on Google Earth using green screens? Why do you think last year 2 fucking Google Earth cars was in high-speed chases with the police? I mean, come on, man. Their job is to update the map of the world. Why are they running from the cops? I'll leave you on that. If you want to continue this conversation, let me know in the comments below.
Yo, go and check him out. Hit the like button. Tell him BX Beast Boys sent you. He cooking. He definitely gave me a lot of things to think about as far as the true crime community. Disgusting. They're super nasty. I wouldn't trust them with nothing. That's just my opinion. Tell me what you think down in the comment section.